Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Spider-Man 2 Miles Morales, the upgraded suit style. Kind of looks like, 4th of July Spider-Man a little bit with all that red, white, and blue, but it actually looks kind of cool. Let's look at this box real quick. Same as all the other ones in the wave. The red with the white at the top. Nice window on the front showing us everything. Game render image on the side, and the same one on the back. He is number 5 from this wave. I will find Black Cat at some point. But that's enough about this package. Let's get him out of the package and take a better look at him. All right. Right out of the box, he is a very vibrant, very, he looks very nice as far as like his paint and his color works. It looks good. To the top of his head, he is right at 6 inches, which would make him 15 centimeters. He's basically the exact same height as all the others. Let's look at his aesthetic. He's a little gangly, kind of skinny. He's got like some round shoulders, but really no muscularity anywhere else. No back muscles, really. No leg muscles. Thighs are very tubular. Calves, a little bit of taper, but not much. Definitely no arms, very small arms. I guess maybe that is the design of the figure, like the character, But, they could have gave him a little bit of muscle. Definitely no chest. The head looks good. I like the mask. The head looks pretty good. For this one, the paint does look good all over him. The tampo on the spider webbing everywhere looks really good. The whites down on the shoulders and arms and like right there on the chest and back looks not real good, but it looks good. Like there's enough coats of paint, I should say. It's not bleeding through anywhere. So I like that. Overall, he's probably got the best actual paint work of anybody in the wave, so that's not too bad. I like that the spider itself is actually sculpted on there and painted on top of that, so that's pretty good. On the front and the back, it's sculpted like that, and that looks pretty good. Nice matte finish on the blue parts. I wish there was some panel lining or something going on, especially in the details on the legs. That would have been nice. And on the back, where there's some detail lining, some panel lining or something would have been nice. Nice matte finish on all the red parts too. So I definitely appreciate that, where they're kind of matte and this white paint is more of a glossy paint. That's a nice contrast in finishes. It actually looks good and is aiding in the aesthetic. Now, where these little effect pieces right here, where they come on him, I'm not going to count them as an accessory. I'm going to count them as part of him, more or less. And they look pretty cool. They're just some kind of effect here. I'm guessing that's supposed to be like electricity, maybe. Like these are electricity gloves or something that his suit does, and they look pretty good. I like how the thumb is actually made out of that same material. Pretty cool looking. Not too bad. His aesthetic, of course his neck is a little long and sits up off of his shoulders, but most of them do. It's not as bad as that anti-venom suit, but it's still a little bit noticeable, but it doesn't look bad. Let's look at his accessories. He comes with one head sculpt, and it's done pretty well. The spider webbing, the tampo for that's really good, and the eyes are painted pretty good. Maybe just a skosh too far apart for how an actual human eyes would be, but most Spider-Man figures are like that as far as the eyes, so I'm not going to rake him over the coals. He comes with, 6 hands? 2 of these hands on him in the package, and like I said a second ago, they look pretty good. He also comes with 2 little fist hands right here, and they're painted pretty well. They don't look too bad at all. And 2 thwippy hands right here for the webbing, and that is it. We don't get any wall crawl hands with this figure. This entire wave's been kind of weak as far as accessories, and this release is no different. But overall, he doesn't look bad as far as like looks. You know what I mean? His aesthetic isn't bad. He's just a little gangly, but I'm going to attribute that mostly to character design. Let's stand him next to a couple of other figures really quick. Let's start with ones from his wave. Here is the Peter Parker black suit Spider-Man, and I think they look pretty cool. Here's the one we looked at yesterday, that Miles Morales Brooklyn 2099 suit, and I think that looks pretty cool. I've been giving this figure some thought, and I don't like that helmet. So I know I gave them this one a C+ yesterday, but I've changed my mind. He is a C. That helmet doesn't actually look good. I don't like it at all. Honestly, I don't really like this glossy plastic at all, the more I think about it, because they should have done something more with that. But anyways, Here he is with the Peter Parker anti-venom suit, and he's a lot bigger and taller, you know. I still like the look of this figure for some reason, but this one doesn't look bad either. And lastly, here he is with the Miles Morales Borica suit, and I love the sculpt on this one. I think this one looks good. Look at that, like, just look at the differences in the muscularity alone. This one's head sculpt isn't quite as good as the one on the left here, but they look good enough, I suppose. Some other figures. Here he is with Cowboy Wolverine, and he doesn't look too bad. I like the muscularity on Wolverine, but this figure looks good. Again, we're getting from the waist down, we're getting this figure reissued to us maybe later this year with that new 97 Wolverine they're doing. And here he is with Kingpin from the Gamerverse, and I like that really well. And here he is with Red Hulk, and I like that. I just wanted to get Red Hulk into the frame. And again, I just cannot leave this figure alone. Here he is with the Storm Arena Ryu, and I really, really like that look. I think that looks really good. That figure is so awesome. And speaking of awesome, here he is with the Storm Collectibles Baki Hanma, and Marvel Legends really doesn't even deserve to be in the same frame, but I cannot put that figure down. I just absolutely love it. Anyways, let's look at his articulation, because he moves halfway decent. We'll start with his head. Looks down really good. Looks up pretty darn good too. And you can nuance him all around. Why is that? He's on a double ball peg. And the ball peg is decently done. I mean, the peg itself could be a little longer and maybe just a little more room in there inside the neck for it to move around, but not too bad. His head moves around pretty good. And for the people that say, you know, double ball pegs can't look up good on him, he looks up pretty good. So there's that. Shoulders will come out to 90, not a big deal. Full 360. They tried to give him like a hint of a butterfly, but it really doesn't do much. So I'm not really going to gripe on it too much. I'm going to have to downgrade it because they tried to give him one. They just executed it poorly. And it doesn't really take his shoulder back very well either. So that kind of sucks. Bicep swivel, that swivels. Pinless double jointed elbow. Doesn't look real great, but great range. And the wrists are on a hinge. Now, he has a ab crunch right here. Here is neutral. He'll come forward really good, but you've got Hunchback of Notre Dame syndrome bigger than shit going on.
What is that?
He'll lean back really well, but his abdomen pokes out so far that it freaking looks like a scene from that movie Alien, like he's got a chest burster getting ready to come out of him.
Surprise!
And to round off the crappiness, he has a waist swivel that looks like that when you turn him. Now, let's move on to something that does make me kind of happy. He almost does a full-on split, so that's pretty darn good. Same technology as the other legs. I don't know why this one just has better range. I don't know. Front kick's pretty decent. He's got a little bit of Miles Morales booty, so that leg's not going to kick back. I hate that. Thigh swivel, that works just fine, I suppose. Man, his joints are tight, but double jointed knee, lots of range. Proportions are off. Lower leg, again, is a little too long, but not that big of a deal. No shin swivel, thank goodness. Ankle is a hinge, so it'll come all the way down. Doesn't go up much, to be quite honest. Like, there's neutral, and right there is as high up as it goes, so that kind of sucks. Injury resembling ankle pivot right there, or ankle hinge, or whatever you want to call it. Peg hole in the bottom of the foot, and no toe hinge. Final thoughts on this figure. First, let me point out, he has got that weird flimsy plastic, and I don't like that. I don't know why they decided to go with that on this figure, because none of the other figures really had that problem, but this one does. Look how bendy he is. I don't like that. Not the strongest release from this line, but not the worst. His like color scheme and like just how he kind of, as he falls over, how he like presents or whatever, you know what I mean, how he looks pretty cool. Definitely has the best paint. His articulation's pretty good. His accessories suck. I will give him a C. He's a C because he's made out of that crappy, flexible, bendy plastic. And he's got terrible abdominal joints. They look like crap. A C. He's a C. He's an average Marvel Legends. Pick him up if you want to. I don't recommend him, but I don't not recommend him if that makes sense. That's pretty much all I have got for the modified suit or whatever this one was called again. So if you haven't subscribed, pause the video, scroll down, give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.